Hello YouTube, what's up Earthlings? Right, amazingly I want to do my second video for today. I want to, let me just see me face, hello me face. Yeah, I want to just sort of do a bit of sculpting on this guy here. His name is NOM, he's a Sandgorgon, and he appears in the very good series of books by Stephen Donaldson called the Thomas Covenant Chronicles. There's 10 books in all, comparable to Tolkien at its best. And this guy, well, I'll take it as a guy. There's no real sex, I don't think, with a Sandgorgon. I don't know if they have sexes, but I take it as, I'm going to call him and him. He's a him. He's a beast that lives in the desert, and he has the ability to run really fast and smash rocks with his big bludgeoning fists and crush rocks with his arms. He's going to be very muscular, and he's got these rear-facing knees that have been described in the book. I'm just going to show you very quickly some pictures that have been done by other artists of NOM, just to sort of get the idea of what I'm talking about. And here is, I don't know if you can see that properly. If I had the ability and the wizardry of modern technology, I'd be able to use my movie maker and get these just placed into my video somewhere. But anyway, that's just a sort of this is a 3D sculpt someone done. That's another Sandgorgon. So just sort of rear-facing these ideas I had pictures of. This is NOM. He's having a fight with a couple of people. He hasn't got rear-facing knees there. They're his ankles that are rear-facing. Sort of more like an ostrich. And he's got gills on the side of his head. He's got a skull, but he's got no eyes, no mouth, no nose, nothing like that. This is a compilation I've done to put onto Kevin's watch, which is a Thomas Covenant Chronicles fan page. There he is again. This is another 3D version someone done of him. Yeah, these knees are looking more like it. I really like the feet as well, but I think they're just more like sort of big round pads, really, that are going to be like snowshoes in the sand. I really like the real big bludgeoning arms as well, and there's another version and another one. These were done by Stephen, oh no, that's Stephen Donaldson. These pictures are done by, doesn't say there, but yeah, ankle joint. So the ankle is actually the knee. The knee is actually the ankle, but not in this. He's got rear-facing knees, and there's that picture again, another one. This is where he lives. Well, they've got this big sand wall to try and protect this city from the Sandgorgons, so they can just smash their way through 100 feet of stone, just rock. And there's another good picture of him, not a very big one, but yeah, that's it. That's all I've got. That's all So he's just basically going to be a bit muscular, with great big bludgeoning hands, able to. So this is what I've done so far, is just sort of to get some clay onto the armature, really, just to stop it all moving about. So I've put a metal. There's an aluminium wire, 12 gauge aluminium wire, sort of shape of him there, and then I'll cover up with some silver foil just to save me using so much clay, really. I'm using Dad's clay, this stuff here. I'll get a packet down just to show you. That one. Please bear with me, I'll show you what this sorted out. Right. This is the wire I'm using. It's aluminium wire, very cheap on eBay. This is the clay, there's clay, white stuff, so I'm not going to paint it. I don't think it will save me some time and money. And so yeah, I was just trying to sort of I've got a Thanos here. Just let me get that little Thanos there. Be a bit better to just to sort of I've used Thanos here just to sort of get some muscle position ideas and thicknesses and sizes and whatever. Cause his arms are massive. He's just a massive geezer. Big old Thanos. Come on, stand up, Thanos, please. And I've also got this that I've got off eBay as well. This muscle form sculpture showing all the different muscles. And I've got a female because I don't want to have a naked man in my flat, basically, so I've got a female instead. All the same muscles, just the chest ones are covered up with some boob tissue. But anyway, so I sort of, this leg looks a lot thicker than this one already, but I want to sort that one out. Yeah, I thought I'd stick it onto this little rotating turntable thing. You can get these on eBay as well, very cheap. There's a little bearing inside. Yep, up in there. Yeah, and a bit of wood just to support him on, and there's a couple of bits of the wire sticking down into the wood so it doesn't fall over. And I'm going to put him on a proper base of sand. Right, this foot, I sort of put a little bit of clay on it, and then I tried to add the shape of this one. So I've done this one in just one go and done the shape of it, and then just add a little bit on here. Then I've put a bit more on top, and it's actually just a bit too high now, so I may well reduce that from underneath to get the thickness down. Yeah, sort of tendons. I'll try and give him lots of muscles, and just sort of make him look like he's got the power to smash through solid rock. So I think now I want to do these because he's going to have quite big muscles on the front of his thigh, on his front of his lower leg here, as opposed to the back like we have on our humans. We're going to have a little bit of muscle on the back there, but I think I'm just going to make this like the back of a human knee, you know, so it's really nice and sort of creased up, and make it look like so he can move about as he would do. But yeah, so I'm just going to whip some of this stuff out, keep it in these my vegan ice cream pots, because that keeps it nice and soft. Spray a bit of water on it every now and again and knead it in, and then so I'm just going to nick a bit of this. Because it's a mythical beast, it doesn't really matter what size these muscles are and things. I'm just going to try and sort of equal it out both sides if I can. Although I've already sort of slapped on loads of clay and some armature. I don't quite want to do that down the front here. That's all. There have to be muscles of some kind, sort of not human. I don't want to make him look human really, but you've got to have the muscles in the right place to be able to make this form work. I mean, he's generally human sized. So this one can be for the left leg, and this one can be for the right leg. Yeah, he's generally human sized. Let's have a big one for the outside. Fatter at the top than it is at the bottom. He's going to be too big. Yeah, I think he's going to be too big. I don't know. I'll just go for it. like I say, it doesn't really matter because it's something from my imagination, something from Stephen Donaldson's imagination. I'm just trying to do the 3D rendition of it, kind of. Trying to get what I kind of think of NOM into clay form. At the top, small at the bottom. Yeah, so the Thomas Covenant Chronicles. If you're not familiar with the books, he started writing them in 2017. He started writing them in 1977. And 10 books later, with the last one was finished in 2013. Are they going to be too big? I think they're going to be too big. I don't know. Have another look. Yeah, it'll be too big. So what I'm going to do is let's just get this one halved. So I can sort of make them the same size on both sides. Yeah, so it's Stephen Donaldson. Yeah, started writing them in 1977. Finished during 2013. So I've only actually read the first Chronicles, which is the first 3 books, and the second Chronicles, the second 3 books, and then just started the last Chronicles, which is the last 4 books. I'm listening to them on audiobook this time. I did read them, I think probably about 20 years ago. And got up to, like where I said, the book number 7, I do believe. See, I think they're too long, too fat. I don't think he needs big lower legs. Which is going well, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. So yeah, so I'm sort of getting through the audiobook versions at the moment. I'm about 2/3 of the way into book 6 at the moment. The audiobook versions. Let's just completely shelve those bits and just restart again. Right. Yeah, so I'm listening to the audiobooks. Let me just give you a little burst of telling you so you can...
The price of that healing did not. And surely he was hurt by his lack of any health sense, which would have enabled him to evaluate what the loss of the force still meant to Andalane.
Yes, it's all sort of a story about Thomas Covenant. He's a leper on Earth. And he gets transported to this magical land with creatures that are quite similar to the sort of things that are in Lord of the Rings. There's cave rites and Erviles and lords and forest dwellers that look after the forests and things. And it's very sort of very much a sort of trying to save this mythical land that has complete time completely different time. Well, if you have 10 years on planet in this, in our life on this planet, in our land, and it's 3,000 years on in the mythical, the land as it's called in the books. But it's very, very well done and believable and everything. But, it's if it can become, if it can get rid of its similarities to Lord of the Rings, it would be a very, very good set of books to do a nice Netflix series with. I think this one's too small now. But a nice sort of 10-season Netflix series would be good as opposed to films, because I don't think they'd really work in films, to be honest. You'd have to have 10 films, a series of 10 films, whereas it can be no, you might not have to. Whereas a series can be sort of a 10-season or 5-season with a couple of books per season. I think that would work quite well, but it's kind of a completely new story when he gets transported to the land every time. I mean, I'm up to book 6 now at the moment, and this is the 3rd time he's actually spent any decent amount of time in the land trying to defeat Lord Fowl the Despiser. Thomas Covenant, he owns this white gold wedding ring that has magical powers in this mythical land. So it's kind of not about rings from Middle Earth rings. It's all about a ring that is brought into the land when he's transported there. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it's definitely well worth a read. If you like Tolkien, this is comparable to Tolkien at his best, the Lord of the Rings. So I want to get those muscles together, really. You've got to get into this set of books, I think. It's but anyway, I'm just going to stop talking, I think, because I'm not really making any sense anymore. Yeah, I started chopping around Baby Yoda's eyes earlier on, trying to get them to be the right shape, because I've watched another woman doing another really, really good sculpt of Baby Yoda, one far outclassing mine in quality. But I think it's because I know exactly what's wrong with mine. His head, basically. His ears, his eyelids, his face, shape of his head. Not a lot really. But at least I know where I've gone wrong, I suppose. That's the main thing. So I started doing a lot of this morning, and you can just leave it for a little while. I think I left it for about 2 or 3 hours, and these bits have gone nice and hard, so I'm able to sort of touch it again. I'm going to need another tool. Let me just get my tools over, I think would be the best idea. The mouse can go up there. Sponges and all sorts of rubbish out of the way. Yeah, these are what I need really. Lots of these round-ended things, I think. There's loads of tools, but hardly any of them are the right shape. I think I'll have to start making my own, maybe, or adjusting them until they're what I want, maybe. I don't know. So I want to kind of do it like this, like so. And have a bit of cartilage coming down, so I don't know, tendon or something. Maybe I should go to a sculpting class or something. I don't know if they do them in the NHS though. Or not the NHS helping me out. And each council. Be taught to be a sculptor and do that as for a living for the rest of my life. That'd be nice. Yeah, I've got some of the Super Sculpey clay. I haven't tried it yet. The polymer clay, I think they call it. I don't know if that's the terminology that means it's baked in an oven, but it's oven baked. This stuff is just air dried. I want to give the Sculpey clay a go one day, but I've got some of the hard and some of the medium. And apparently if you mix them both together you get a good consistency. This stuff, it just sticks to your hands, as you can see, and sort of the surface seems to go quite dry quite quickly. We'll roll that out a bit more. Yeah, because the last bit of sculpting or tutorial was when I was at school 37 years ago, so I probably could do a refresher of some kind. Or there's plenty of YouTube videos out these days, and you could never have imagined back then how much stuff there'd be on out there to teach you how to do things. By the way, I'm not liking the new YouTube or the new interface they have. You click on the video and 1 in 10 times it's just going to say no, sorry, I can't play it. Whereas before it would have played perfectly well. And you don't get hardly as many on your recommendations page, and it just doesn't look as good. It just doesn't work properly. Don't quite know why. I've got an old. I think I've got to update Chrome, but I'm really worried about what's going to happen if I do that, because I can't get onto the FTC copper. You've got to choose whether it's made for adults or children page, so I just have to make all my videos made 18 plus, which means they're all deemed as explicit videos, really, I think. Explicit language in all of them. Yeah, I'm quite liking that. Stretch the muscles down. I've shaped this up earlier on a bit of sandpaper. So it just gives him a bit of a